This week's episode of Stinker Madness is brought to you by the Invisible Slip. When you're out and about, and you want everyone to see your butt, you at least don't want to feel like a trollop. Get the Invisible Slip to protect your naughty bits from your conscious, but not the eyes of strangers. The Invisible Slip, because your self-worth is just as important as your self-loathing. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. We got the Stinker Madness. Good evening, and welcome to a special edition of Stinker Madness. It's a 0.5 episode. We are gearing up for sneezing. Nice catch.
That was good.
Like, I've never seen anybody catch a sneeze like that. That was
Usually
amazing.
It hurts when you do that.
Yeah, like your eyeball will come out or something.
Yeah.
Thank you. I am quite talented. Multi-talented.
That's the voice of Jackie, as always, and with me is Sam. We were getting ready for Action Jackson this week.
And to reference the ad at the beginning, we went out for bevies and there was a bunch of butts everywhere. Just butts everywhere.
Yeah, ladies not wearing
Clothes
with butts everywhere. Intentional butts, maybe. Definitely stupid butts. Stupid and intentional butts, perhaps. How are you guys? Everything good? Good?
Yeah.
Good? Great?
A little sleepy.
A little sleepy? Well, maybe get a couple cocktails in you, see what happens.
I have got a couple cocktails in me.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Busy week. Sam and I attended the Brimleys
Yes, the Brimleys.
via Jeff and Tucker from the
Still-
If We Made It podcast.
Still a little upset that Jason Voorhees got best head in a sack and Norris got worst head in a sack. Because I think it should have gone the other way.
Oh my god, Norris's head in the sack is so stupid.
And I would just like to say I missed this event because, like a good relative, somebody else in this room, I went to a wedding in Elko, Nevada, where the cowboys live, and rattlesnakes.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I did. I got really drunk on White Russians, and I won like $400, and I gambled it all back away. It was
Yeah,
great.
it happens.
While you were getting drunk and being a good relative, I was busy working and earning a living to provide for your ass, so screw you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Somebody has to pay for all these diamonds.
Oh, boy.
Diamonds are Jackie's best friend.
No, she didn't even
Oh, man, what is it?
Made up a song to get it in.
2 minutes and 18 seconds and we have our first break into song.
I think the only way we can
Sorry.
beat that is to intro.
Just start
the
singing
show.
instead of doing an
Hello.
intro.
Hello.
Yeah, that's the only way we could do it. Some changes in our format. Some very mild changes. Jackie and I have thrown away the DirecTV, and we are now Amazon Prime subscribers.
Dude, that thing rocks.
So we now will be combining Netflix do's and don'ts with Amazon, and it will become streaming do's and don'ts. However, we will reference where we viewed the streaming movie from.
Right, because we're still Netflix people, too.
Still Netflix people. There's actually, I would now, after a month of Amazon Prime, I would say that there is some definite good stinkers on there, but they are easier to find on Netflix. It's so much easier to find stinkers on Netflix than it is on Amazon Prime.
It's hard to find anything. You have to know what you're looking for on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
You have to search specifically for a title.
Pretty much. And the funny thing I realized today is usually how I come up with the do's and don'ts is I will go back and look at my history of what we viewed on the interwebs. And Amazon Prime doesn't have
A shit category?
No, you're recently watched.
Oh.
So you can't even keep track of what you did?
You can't even see what you did. Now, if you buy something, you can. But there's no way to get to your viewing history, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, so we are going to get into the streaming do's and don'ts because we've got a lot of stuff to talk about today. First thing Sam and I did on Amazon Prime, Jackie missed this one. It's called Savage Island with Linda Blair, lady prison movie.
I'm absolutely certain that was from a different movie. They just got a hold of another movie with Linda Blair in it and then put that they used it as a bumper.
I think actually what it was
movie.
is that there was two movies And to tie them together, they needed Linda Blair. So it's actually 3 movies. 'Cause there was 2 movies unrelated, and the only way to make them related was to get Linda Blair's character and explain the whole fucking thing.
Now this thing was there boobs?
No, this thing was full of tits. No, that's what I'm going to say.
Linda Blair boobs?
Okay, now quiet. Let me finish. Ordinarily, anyone who listens to this podcast on any given day, anyone who's listened to this more than once realizes that if it's got tits, I'm in. Now, I was so excited about seeing Linda Blair's tits that it didn't matter that there was a sea. It was a tsunami of tits in this movie. None of them were either of Linda Blair's boobs. So I say, don't. Those are the only ones I wanted to see. That it was goddamn terrible.
If you're really obsessed with prison movies, the Big Birdcage, essentially, if you're really obsessed with the Big Birdcage, you should probably just still watch the Big Birdcage, because this isn't going to add anything to your life. Don't.
Or if you want to see Linda Blair's tits and you like women in prison movies, Caged Heat.
Yeah.
Just stay away from this.
Savage
piece of
Island
shit.
was really kind of disappointing.
The bad voiceovers were kind of fun.
It's a good waste of time,
it is.
essentially, but I think there's better things you could do with your time.
The bad voiceovers were shit, but if you... I mean, it was kind of fun. The voiceovers were so bad, but at the same time, if you want to watch a movie that's got a lot of boobs and is very entertaining and has bad voiceovers, Gwendolyn... Or I believe it's The Adventures of Gwendolyn in the Land of the Yik Yak was the original title by Just Yakin, but that's the one to watch, not this.
Well, moving on, another Amazon Prime feature. This was a big one. Charlton Heston and Oliver Reed and
Richard Chamberlain
and
Michael
York
and Raquel
Welch in The Three Musketeers.
Yay, do!
Whoa. Eager much, huh?
See, I thought I liked The Three Musketeers.
I'm surprised.
I like Richard Chamberlain a lot, even though
he was barely in the movie.
He was barely.
I know, but I just love him, and so I'm like, oh my god, a Richard Chamberlain movie. I'm in.
When I was watching it, even though I thought that Oliver Reed was underused, I remember how much I just loved the shit out of Oliver Reed.
He did get stabbed in the neck halfway through making them film.
Yeah. He just has like one of those tough guy faces. Like,
he does have a tough
Oliver
guy
Reed
face.
And
I think
like,
he should have been in more
guy.
stuff. He should have been in more stuff.
I think he got the BAFTA twice, didn't he?
I don't know about that, but he definitely should have been in more stuff, because you know what? I'm going to give The Three Musketeers a do.
Even though you hate the Musketeers?
I hate the Musketeers. I kind of enjoyed this movie. Like, it was.
This is the only reason I keep trying to find other Musketeers. Like, you're wondering why I'm always pushing The Three Musketeers? This is the reason.
I don't think it was good, but I think that they got it. Because it was goofy and silly, and they added some silly stuff that wasn't big cinematic stuff like the new Three Musketeers. It was Michael York jumping into piles of shit and missing his guy that he was attacking while swinging from the rope. They kind of got it, in my opinion, in this film. I could have done with some more Heston.
I could have done with some more Heston, too. I think there is more Heston in The Four Musketeers, but they didn't have that on Prime, did they?
Oh, and I loved how stupid Raquel Welch was. Stupid and clumsy and always falling down the stairs. And
she takes it in the fucking face at the end of that movie. That was a good fall.
Yeah.
Like, she gets clobbered. I was really surprised. I was like, that is one of the iconic supermodels of our time getting waxed by a dummy.
Yeah. No, I did enjoy The Three Musketeers. Now, you take away The Three Musketeers from this film, and I think I would have been like jumping up and down in my pants. Because I just really hate those guys. Moving on to Netflix, we'll double up the Oliver Reed. Gore.
Oh.
Bore.
What really sucks about it is I want to say don't. And in the back of my mind, I kind of want to see the sequel.
I got up and went to bed.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's
sucks.
so boring.
It's so stupid. And you know what? It's like, which came out first, Gore or America 3000?
I believe Gore did.
Okay, well,
Gore is based on a long-running fantasy sexual book series.
That is true.
Like a sort of sci-fi. It's John Carter of Mars series sort of done over again with BDSM and some alternate reality business, but It's very popular in a very niche group. And
So
they made 2 movies about the 20-some-odd books that have been written.
Yeah, so everything about gore is better when it's not called gore, is what you're saying? Like, the books are supposedly better.
I don't know.
John
I think the books are
Carter's,
basically...
in my opinion, fun as shit.
There's a lot of people that... A lot of sci-fi and fantasy writers, and I can't remember the author that writes the gore series, but a lot of people say, it's some... We're advocates of art or whatever, but you should put these on the top shelf where kids can't reach them.
Interesting. Spank bank.
And there's the largest criticism with the series is that it's very misogynistic. It's a lot of women in collars and sort of that women want to be dominated,
right,
physically and sexually and all that.
Huh.
Which is
so you still haven't given your opinion on gore.
Don't.
Black Moon Rising with Tommy Lee Jones and Linda Hamilton.
I was so jacked up about this movie.
Yeah, I was pretty pumped. Concept car movie. They got the ultra car and they're car thieves, and it's Tommy Lee Jones in one of his earliest roles before he was the guy in Lonesome Dove. What's his name in Lonesome Dove?
I can't remember.
Not Gus. God damn it.
The other guy.
The not Gus guy.
Yeah.
He's awesome. Don't.
Watch Lonesome Dove.
Yeah, watch Lonesome Dove. That's a definite do on Netflix. Black Moon Rising is a do.
Don't. However, if you would like to see Linda Hamilton's best impersonation of a Q-tip, watch the first 5 minutes.
Oh my god, her hair is
She has these wigs that are like whiter than her shoulders.
And the other fun thing about this movie, and it's not really fun because I still think she's got ugly boobs, but something happened in Terminator that made them look much worse, because I was like, oh god, no, Linda Hamilton's boobs, and I was like, well, they're only half as ugly as I thought that they were.
Maybe, well, you didn't get a really good look at them in Black Moon Rising. Maybe they shot around. They shot around the veins.
Could be. That's the end of.
Speaking of misogynist, Jackie just sits over there sometimes, like, I married one of these idiots,
yeah,
and I'm doing a podcast with the other one. I should just call them out sometimes.
They should be put in collars.
Well, and I'm a chick, but I don't like to see grody boobs.
No,
I mean, I hold all of my Hollywood actors and actresses to a completely different standard than I would a normal person, because you are making your money based off your looks.
Basically.
So I want to believe that every guy is hung like a fucking donkey in every movie that I watch. And I want to believe that every movie star has perfect fucking tits.
Apparently Fassbinder is a tripod.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I want to believe.
You get to see the donger of Michael Fassbinder in Shame. I haven't watched it, but
I mean,
people, like, they gesture at me, and I'm looking at it like it's a fishtail. Like, no one's ever cut a fish that big, and they're saying that his dick is like 38 inches long or something like this.
That's
I don't even know.
How about that?
It's like, dude, pop a prosthetic on there and let's go. Like, there's nothing more disappointing than going and watching a movie and being like, yeah, we're going to see some nudie scenes, and then you're like, what is that?
Speaking of...
It's like 2 eggs and a hair of bush. It's not okay.
I was watching Battlestar Galactica, The Plan, the movie that they did afterwards, after the series was all over, and they shot a bunch of nudity. One of the things, I guess, when they were doing Battlestar Galactica is in Season 3, Sci-Fi was like, you can do nudity for DVD. This thing's selling like hotcakes. You can start shooting this like it's an HBO show. And they took the money for it, but they didn't use it for nudity. They used it for more special effects.
Nice, that's a good call.
And
Which
then...
nudity is the cheapest special effect.
Yes, it is. For The Plan, I think that it had been sort of ex post facto, and the execs at Sci-Fi were like kind of pissed. So The Plan is full of nudity if you watch the DVD. And there is a specific point, one of the writers, I can't remember her name, she was the executive producer and the writer for The Plan. There's a zoom in on a wiener.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just that there's a wiener in the shot. They zoom in and you just see dong. And I had to watch it twice. I was like, not because I love penises,
yeah,
but because
not that there's anything wrong with penises.
Not because I was kind of like, The Plan is just sort of okay. It's a little boring, and so I was like Wikipediaing things while I was watching it, and then all of a sudden I was like, is that a dong? They put a dong on TV, or at least in something that was made for TV, and sure enough, it was a dong. And I guess during the commentary, because I had watched almost all of that with the commentary after I'd watched an episode or whatever. they talked about the dong very specifically. Or the gal, I wish I could remember her name. I don't want to look it up.
She was like, a little
she's talking about it, and she's like, yeah, you never get this, but, HBO has all these boobs and everything, and well, you know what? I'm going to show a big dong. And then Almost has been quiet for a while, because Edward James Almost had directed that, and he was, not saying anything during her dong rant, and then just sounds in quietly like, he seemed very uncomfortable. Because it was like, I'll do a nude scene, and then he shows up and is like, we're going to zoom in on your dong, so go...
He's like, but I'm having a herpes outbreak today.
Try to not...
go fluff it. Do whatever, however you want your dong to look on TV. You're not in this movie, your dong is. And he was like, oh my god, I thought I was just standing here naked. My dong is actually the star.
Yeah. Huh, how about that? Speaking of dongs... we're going to move into the stinker news. Shia LaBeouf is a dong.
Oh, yeah?
He is a giant dick head. Did you hear about the thing with the guy?
No, I didn't hear.
So he got arrested this week.
Again?
Because he went to a Broadway show of Casablanca, and then proceeded to throw a fit in the middle of it, yelling... I'm Shia LaBeouf or some shit.
Was he drunk again?
Yes, I believe he was drunk, and they said that they believed he was intoxicated and on some drug. The officer was like, I believe he's on some drug.
Yeah. He was probably on acid. No, actually, I don't know if he'd outburst in acid. He'd just sit there and be like, "Oh my god, they all know I'm on acid." So God knows what he was on.
I just think it's fun that Shia LaBeouf is using the same publicist as Mel Gibson now. Hey! The Saturn Awards were on the 26th of June, just a couple days ago. I'm gonna run through some things here. For those of you that don't know what the Saturn Awards are, you're stupid. Just kidding. They're the awards for...
Defend everyone else. Why not defend the listeners?
Fair enough. The Saturn Awards are awards for specifically science fiction, fantasy, and horror. This year's winners, starting with best...
Spooky movies. Spooky. Sorry.
Starting with best comic to film adaptation. I have a real beef with this one. Iron Man 3.
Really?
Yeah.
What, are they just mailing it?
That was the worst one. Don't forget, even if you're not a Marvel guy, which I big time am, Dark Knight Rises, which wasn't that great compared to Dark Knight, is still better than Iron Man 3. I think Thor, ignoring Thor was a real big mistake.
Oh, speaking of
I thought those were
Marvel
different
comics,
years.
No, we know that Captain America's at the Dollar Theater.
yeah, Captain America people
Okay.
at your local Dollar Theater.
Tick. Gravity won for Best Sci-Fi. Can't really fault that. Her won for Best Fantasy, which was an Oscar-nominated movie, so it was Gravity.
I really liked her.
I can't
me too.
really fault them. Horror was The Conjuring.
Oh, that was dumb.
Did you have a better pick for horror?
No, they're all kind of stupid this
They
year.
were all pretty stupid. Thriller was World War Z. Action Adventure, Fast 6, motherfuckers!
Yeah, that should have got that.
Yeah, no, that was a good call. Moving on to television, Breaking Bad and Walking Dead won a bunch of shit. I'm not even going to get into what they won. My favorite, though, best DVD release. Big Ass Spider!
Oh, fuck yeah, that movie. I've been watching shit on Sci-Fi for, since they've been doing it. I've watched that channel, and I have been sifting through shit for how many years?
Wait a second, you can't afford cable.
No, I mean, my mom has it, you guys have it. Whenever we go to your parents' house, when they had DirecTV,
Yeah,
That's right, when I was-
there was Sci-Fi. Your dad was watching Sci-Fi,
You get
and I'd be like,
DirecTV, you
I'm just
only
going to
watch
go right
Sci-Fi.
to the recliner next
Bert
to Jackie's
watches,
dad,
that's all Bert
John.
watches Sci-Fi. Everybody
That's
just
true.
watches Sci-Fi.
Which apparently Chupacabra versus the Alamo seems very intriguing.
Yeah,
I wanna see
I was
that.
pretty impressed with the Saturn Awards for Best DVD Release, not Best Sci-Fi Channel Movie. Best
wasn't originally
DVD
made-
release.
That was
Big Ass
sold
Spider.
to them. That wasn't.
So stoked.
Yeah, that was genuinely funny.
Yeah. Moving on, I've got more news. The Edge of Tomorrow is up to $74 million domestically after 8 weeks.
Sam, did you know that this is the Justin News show now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good news.
So, you know what's good?
That was a lame joke. Fell flat.
Yeah.
So you're saying that it's tanking.
A big time tank. That's
So is this when?
He's following in the footsteps of the John Depp. Tom Cruise's and John Depp's are...
I thought that this was going to happen
money.
to... I've been waiting around for Tom Cruise to lose money on a movie because he hasn't done anything. His movies stink.
Yeah.
But people keep going to them.
I actually am pretty curious about Edge of Tomorrow. I kind of think I want to throw down on it.
When I think of a Tom Cruise woman fan, I think of Desperate Lady in a single apartment
I think
with a whole lot of cats.
A lady. I think of a lady.
That feeds her cats
You're
fancy
like
feast
the
out of
only
a
woman
silver
on the
thing because
planet.
they saw it on they saw it on the cat commercial.
You're thinking of Lorenzo Lamas.
Oh man, bitches love llamas. That guy's tall.
Tom Cruise. Girls like Tom Cruise's, not only cat women's. All the ladies like Tom Cruise's.
I don't.
No, you're the only one. The new Predator. Did you hear about the new Predator?
No.
It's not a remake. It's a sequel.
To Predators?
Yes. Shane Black is directing.
Oh, we'll see. Shane Black also directed Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3 and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Well,
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang I never saw. It's supposed to be very good. Shane Black, of course, wrote all of the Lethal Weapon movies.
Oh, yes. That's true. That's true.
Or at least the first two.
Last bit of stinker news. This is a big one. Rambo 5.
What?
Rambo 5.
Wait.
Confirmed out of the mouth of Stallone.
Whoa, he said that it wasn't going to be... That fucking asshole made me cry.
It's been a long road back to your dad's house. It's called... Well, it's not called, but he's like... In an interview, he's like... this is my no country for old men. He's saying it's
Rambo Gran Torino?
Yeah, Rambo, Gran Torino, $1 Million Baby, Las Vegas.
I can't... No.
Yeah.
That really sucks, because he was specifically adamant that was the last Rambo movie, and that was the send-off to Rambo.
Happen. Like, it wasn't going to
because it made too much goddamn money.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Oh, I can make more money by just doing what I do.
Doing what I do.
Like, take my shirt off.
Speaking of Stallone, you guys didn't watch it, I did. Walter Hill, bullet to the head. It looks like they kicked Walter Hill off the production at a certain point. He directed it. He didn't get final cut, so it gets over-edited. There was a chance that this was going to be a good movie. It wasn't, but some good violence.
Not good.
It's not good, but there's some good violence.
Yeah. That's all I got for the news. Jackie.
Yes, my turn. Woo! All right, it is time to play Stinker Thinkers.
Okay, we gotta give some theme music while I get the bullshit ready. Just for the listeners at home to know, the score is 10-6. Sam.
All right, your first tagline: "Nightmares never die." Okay, nobody's going for that one.
No. Oh shit.
I did Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
No. Justin, would you like to hear the storyline?
Yeah, I do.
After countless millennia of watching, waiting, and stalking, the unholy creatures known as werewolves are posed to inherit the earth. After newscaster Karen White's shocking on-screen transformation and violent death, her brother Ben is approached by Stefan Krasko, a mysterious man who claims that Karen has in fact become a werewolf. But this is the least of their worries. To save mankind, Stefan and Ben must travel to Transylvania to battle and destroy Sturba. What the hell kind of name is that, Sturba?
I don't know.
Sturba.
I think I know what movie it is now that I was being stupid and buzzed in too early.
The immortal queen of all werewolves before she is restored to her full powers.
TikTok.
Fuck. Wolfman versus Dracula.
No.
Howling 2?
Howling 2, your sister is a werewolf.
I shouldn't have buzzed in. I would
need to watch that.
running
big
away
time.
with this thing. God damn it.
Need to watch that big time.
All right.
10-6 still.
This next one is one of my favorite movies. No surprise here. The tagline: Dalton's the best bouncer in the business.
Jackie.
Woo woo came in
Woo
first.
woo, that's me,
Son
honey.
of a bitch.
Roadhouse.
Yes.
Yahoo!
It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. Okay. And our last one You guys should definitely get your hands on the buzzer. The tagline is strength, courage, honor, and loyalty. On June 20th, it all comes together.
You did it. You can't tell him more. You're giving him too many hints.
Yes, that's hard to hear. Sorry.
Navy SEALs.
No.
God damn it.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Blank and Blank are back working side by side to stop the villains of Blank City. But there is tension appearing between them, especially when one villainess who calls herself Blank Blank can make anyone fall in love with her, literally. Along with Poison Ivy and Icy Mr. Freeze is freezing anything that gets in his way.
Batman and Robin?
Yes!
Damn it!
Ding, 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 ding.
Damn it!
They're all so terrible I couldn't remember which one it was.
Oh god!
I was trying not to
blew
give
it.
away like too much by like Gotham City.
No,
That's a dead
absolutely.
giveaway.
Until you said, I mean, I was like, no, don't say Poison Ivy. I already got it because I was trying to think of movies that have
I was
pairs
trying
of
to
people
remember
in a city, a specific city.
Trying to remember which one it was because once you get to Batman Return or
This is the one where they introduced Batgirl.
Yes.
yeah, what is the second one? Batman Return?
Batman Returns, Batman Forever, then Batman and Robin. 11-7. That sucks. We broke even on that one.
And if I would have been paying attention, I would have pulled my usual 2-1 routine.
No, I would have
I
got
wasn't sure
2 to
about
1.
that.
I would have got.
I knew Batman.
I knew the Howling 2.
You did know the Howling 2, but I knew Batman and Robin as soon as she said, and Blank City.
Okay.
So, fuck you, buddy. That's the end of all the serious business. It is time for Sam's Boring Bullshit.
There's a lot of boring bullshit this week.
Brought to you
So,
by
did we
the Invisible
even
Slip.
say that we're watching Action Jackson?
I did. I said
yet?
that was the very first thing I said. Action Jackson.
All right. Well, actually, we're not even going over on time right now. We're only 25 minutes.
Oh, good.
Anyway,
Let's go back to Shia
Scratching my
LaBeouf then.
butt.
Shia LaBeouf. Action Jackson, directed by Craig R. Baxley, who was a stuntman that came up.
I'm the
Craig
young
R.
stunt
Baxley.
man.
Why do I know Craig R. Baxley?
Anyway, maybe you will recognize him as the director of one of these many titles.
Okay.
He has been a stunt coordinator for almost every goddamn TV show and movie ever. Directed 9 episodes of the A-Team as his start as a director.
I don't care about that. I care
And
about
then he cranked out this as his first feature, followed by Dark Angel with Dolph Lundgren, which is a gem.
I don't know
And
what I'm
then Stone Cold with Brian motherfucking Bosworth!
Oh, Justin's doing a dance.
Yeah.
I love that movie. That's why I know Craig R. Baxley.
Yeah.
Stone Cold is in my Hall of Fame. I need
Stone
to
Cold
redo
is
it.
a
Oh my
lot
god,
of
I love
people's
Stone
Hall of Fame.
Cold. I love Stone Cold. That is so awesome. Now I'm seriously excited.
Brian yeah.
I am so excited. We're gonna do Stone Cold as soon as I can get my hands on it. But anyways,
Tell
continue.
Roman
Sorry.
he's got a copy of it.
Oh fuck.
To bring it when he comes up.
Right. Okay.
Anyway, like Stone Cold, Brian Bosworth, Justin experienced one time, my Uncle Tim, who's the most awesome guy ever. He has a cleaning
Uncle
lady
Tim.
response.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, but if you've seen Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid, cleaning lady.
Cleaning lady!
Yeah, that must. If you say Bosworth around my Uncle Tim, holy God. Anyway, Vanity, also known as Denise Matthews, was originally from the New Power generation, Prince. The girl group.
So that was the.
Time.
Actually, Nasty Girl was their hit.
Oh.
Nasty Girl was Vanity Six's hit. That was the group Vanity Six.
Oh.
Okay, now
Nasty
I
Girl. I
don't
don't know
normally
Nasty Girl.
like to do reading, but I read this background on the formation of Vanity
Give
Six.
us your best Morgan Freeman if you're gonna read this.
Yeah. If you're gonna read, let's do some impressionistic stuff here.
In 1981, Prince himself, a rising musical star, suggested that his 3 female friends, his girlfriend, Susan Moonsey, Boston native, Brenda Bennett, and his personal assistant, Jamie Shoup, form a girl group that would be called the Hookers.
Class A.
Prince's vision was that 3 women would perform in lingerie and sing sensual songs with lyrics about sex and fantasy.
Wait, I thought this was the theme for Purple Rain. Isn't that what Purple Rain's about?
But most of his songs are about sex and fantasy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Prince
the
had been
movie.
And ninjas and big ass guitars.
Okay, sorry, Morgan.
This is the part where it gets exciting. Prince, I'm not going to do Morgan Freeman anymore.
How about
Prince-
Charlton Heston?
Yeah, do Charlton Heston.
You see, we're mucking up a really good fucking story here.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay,
sorry.
and then you can read it again in real life because you're just actually taking me away to a different place.
All right, yeah. No, because this is interesting. So already he wants to call it the hookers, right?
Okay.
So Prince had been wanting to mentor a girl singer or girl group since the late 70s when he saw the film A Star is Born with Barbara Streisand and Chris
That's
Christopherson.
one of Jackie's stinker picks that we were trying to get our hands on.
But that's like, I've wanted to do this since I was a teenager or something like that.
Since I read the story of Noah, I've always wanted to make Noah.
Yeah, exactly. The original trio recorded a few demos before Prince met Denise Matthews, a new model and Canadian B-movie actress in January 1982. Prince was so taken by Matthews' charisma that he decided she would be the perfect woman for his Hookers project.
Hookers. God damn it.
Around this time, Prince and Matthews began a romantic relationship that lasted months. With Matthews' arrival, Shoop was dropped...
Did he pay?
I don't know.
Man,
I don't
did he
think
pay.
he ever paid for anything. That guy is so fucking awesome. Anyway, with Matthews' arrival, Shoop was dropped from the group. Matthews was eventually rechristened Vanity. Prince had originally suggested that Matthews use the stage name Vagina, but pronounced Vagina.
Vagina Hooker.
She declined and renamed herself Vanity instead.
Good call.
Other versions of the
I
story
like how they
suggest-
kicked out the assistant there.
Yeah.
You're just the
you
personal
are back
assistant.
to being the assistant.
Man.
Back to buying my toilet paper. Get out there.
But yeah, that is just like...
That's the whole
Prince-
Yeah,
Yeah, that's so weird
He
though. Like,
has
Prince
got
is so
to have
strange.
the biggest fucking balls ever to just be like, all right, you're gonna front a band named the Hookers, and
With my girlfriend, and then
My
he finds a
girlfriend's
better girlfriend
vagina.
and makes his assistant back his assistant, and it like makes money. They do Nasty Girl, it's a hit.
Who wants some pancakes?
Yeah, the guy shits $100 bills.
Yeah, amazing. He broke the fucking mold.
She also
else you got?
Denise Matthews, of course, Vanity, is in the very underrated film 52 Pickup with Roy Scheider. Carl Weathers? Action Jackson may have killed Carl Weathers' budding career. So right before this, he was in Predator,
Sure,
and it was
yeah.
like, you know what?
He was great.
This guy needs a lead.
Yeah.
This is the
Was
lead.
he the Predator?
No, he was the...
What? I was just gonna say, there's some really impressive little clicking noises that the Predator makes.
Predator's one of your favorite movies, and you don't know who
Predator.
Carl Weathers is?
He's the guy in charge. He's the spook. He's the CIA.
Yeah, he's the CIA guy. Throws him under the bus, kind of.
Also,
It's getting hot
one of
here.
many former NFL stars turned Hollywood star. Actually, I don't know if he was a star. He played for the Raiders. Anyway, you look at his filmography, Apollo Creed, like it's going. Predator happens. Then this happens. The next thing is a TV movie, and it's all downhill until until Happy Gilmore.
He pretty much Billy D's out.
Well, this may have killed it for him, and I don't know how it did it because this thing killed it in the theater.
Really? I thought this was a colossal flop.
$20 million against a $7 million budget.
Wow, that's not bad.
Further evidence to this being the thing that killed his career is if you look at the people also liked on IMDb, it's every Sharon Stone movie who is sort of an ancillary character in this film.
Okay.
So there must be... I mean, is there that many Sharon Stone people? I think that Sharon Stone was really fucking pretty when she was young.
Yeah, and it was like,
Right now, I think she looks like a scrotum stretched over a flat volleyball.
Oh, wow. I haven't seen a picture of her recently, but...
No, she doesn't look that bad.
You're like, Wilson!
I just thought of that, and I was like, I have to
Wilson!
say that, because that just seems...
Will Stone!
like it wouldn't be something that's very good looking. Whereas I'm sure she looks great still.
Well, if it had electrolysis,
however,
so it didn't have hair all over it.
I am absolutely certain if she walked through the door right now and said, Sam, come have sex with me, I wouldn't be able to even get words out before I was out the door.
Which, if a tree frog came in and said that to you, you would be like, that's a talking frog. Let's go fuck.
I know, I'd be like, holy shit, that's a talking frog.
You're like, somebody put this on Vine.
Sharon Stone always seemed to me like a very pretty Hollywood trophy wife. Like,
Well, she's a Miss America, or Miss USA or Miss America. Which one was
I
it?
know all that,
Miss
but
Teen
she
USA,
always
she was
seemed,
Miss something.
Who gives a shit? She always seemed like she was somebody's wife. And that's how she got into the business. She just wasn't super mega pretty. She was just like She was Ray Liotta's wife in the cocaine
Goodfellas?
movie.
No?
Yeah. No. I mean,
yeah,
that's what she was.
She's in The Running Man too.
Yeah, she's in a lot of shit.
She hides the secret disc in her vagina.
Is that your wife?
Yeah. That was even better because that's about how he fucks up the line in the fucking movie.
Wow, what a bitch.
That's not the Running Man.
No,
that
that's
was
Total Recall.
Total Recall.
I don't care. It's still Sharon
I
Stone.
think The Running Man might be my next pick if I can't get a hold of whatever.
That other movie that you've already forgot.
Yeah, Never Too Young to Die.
Okay. So are we going to do this?
Also
still
Bill
got more?
Duke is in this movie.
Oh, Bill Duke.
Oh,
I was
that
going
guy.
to reference Bill Duke. I knew that he was
Bill
in
Duke,
it.
of course, the director of Sister Act 2.
And Bill Duke from...
Oh my
Predator.
lord.
Predator, yes. And
Also
Predator. Nobody knows that Bill Duke has
And
directed like
also
11
from,
movies and some of them are really good.
Also the guy that says, I was also in Vietnam.
I was also in Vietnam. Which does make sense if you think about it for 3 days like I did, and then piece together that their only conversations happen. Exit Wounds.
Exit Wounds. Was
Yeah.
The only conversation between Bill Duke and Steven Seagal is at the very beginning and the very end. So it's like their conversation never ended, but there's a whole movie in between 2 sentences.
No, Bill Duke's great. Bill Duke's great.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm super excited about this movie tomorrow.
I don't know anything about this movie, so
I don't either.
I'm pretty stoked though. Like the cover looks pretty good.
It's just called Action Jackson, and I really
hope he
think
gets
that's
some
all you need to know.
action with his big black gun.
I think he creates the action with
because he's got a big black gun on there, and I'm like, that's not. Yeah, woo! He's gonna go to Bone Town in this movie.
He does have 2 ladies on the cover with him.
Yeah,
and a
I'm like,
big black gun.
Yeah, and so I'm like, dude, Bone Town.
Lots of innuendos and fun times with this. Would you call this a late blaxploitation movie potentially?
No, this was just a star vehicle for Weathers and it didn't work, I guess.
Well, it's kind of like she's saying a lot of. He's got a big black gun and he's here to bang.
Does it say any of that?
On the cover, it's
saying that pretty loud on the cover.
Yeah, it's saying no on the DVD or the synopsis on the back of the DVD is like the tagline. We gotta talk about the tagline. Did you even look at the tagline?
I didn't even
for
look at
this
the tagline.
shit?
I'm
my
expecting
God.
some karate kicks in this movie too.
There should be some fucking wild stunts in this thing.
Let's
because Dark Angel and Stone Cold have some fucking crazy.
This is
shit.
one of the best taglines I've ever seen. It's super long, but
Ooh, somebody farted in here.
that was you. We've all already we've done that trick. It is so old.
It never gets old to me. You gotta spill my gas.
Yeah, no, it's
It's like the radio faux pas. Farting in the studio. Who does that? Who fucking does that?
Apparently I do. Take that.
Sit in my fart.
Tagline. Name, Jericho Jackson. Nickname, Action. Home, Detroit. Profession, cop. Education, Harvard Law. Hobby, fighting crime. Weapon, you're looking at him.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wow.
Bam.
Tagline?
That's the tagline
Wow.
to Action
You should have been
Jackson.
doing
I
that
also,
whole singing thing behind it going. Yeah.
The bongos.
I also like the cover is really super James Bond oriented. The poster,
Back to
but he's
back,
a
people with
police
a gun.
He's in a tuxedo holding the gun like James Bond.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
pretty
Even
much,
with the
pretty
lady on him or not on him, it's like, okay, what are they doing with the James Bond thing? And then you find out he's a cop. What does the cop wearing a tuxedo?
Bangs lady and kicks asses.
And apparently at some point
Bangs
jumps over
lady
a
and
car,
Fuck.
Yeah.
which is going to come into play in the
Stuntman.
improv.
Okay, so do you want to? This is your idea. Do you want to
Yeah,
set up the
I will
improv?
set up the
Let's
improv.
get into this.
So, rather than to predict what happens in the events of this film, I am going to go even further in predicting that the main female star, Vanity, will eventually get together with Carl Weathers' character, Jericho Jackson. And, we assume as movie viewers that people live happily ever after and get married or whatever, because they're not just going to, bang and then never call her back, because it's the happy ending and you have to draw so many conclusions. Now, it is my next assumption that they actually, if movie characters did get married, that they should have probably just banged and never called each other back, and this is going to be the divorce proceedings of Mr. and Mrs. Action Jackson. Jackie will be playing Vanity's character, Ash. Her name is Miss Ash. I can't remember what the hell her
Ash
first
or
name
Miss
is.
Ash?
It's you should figure out what her fucking main character's name is so I can use this in here.
Well, it's a good thing.
Justin will be playing
Thank
Jericho.
God for the future in IMDb.
Jericho Action Jackson.
Sydney Ash.
Sydney Ash.
And you're just Judge.
And I will be playing the
Judge.
judge. Now,
Judge Action.
I will be playing the judge in what I imagine to be the voicing of the character Maximum Bob from the Elmore Leonard novels.
Great.
Which is probably going to sound a lot like Rip Torn.
All right.
Or Brian Doyle Murray.
All right. I'm going to lead into this one.
We're going to do like the All Rise.
No. I'm Action Jackson. I'm Jericho Jackson.
Why? It's a court. If you lead it, I'm going to hold you in contempt, motherfucker.
Well, I can talk to myself, can't I? Okay, that's not how I was going to start. That's not how I was going to start. Okay, all right. Goddamn, gotta show up to another motherfucking thing with that motherfucking woman. Goddamn, son of a bitch. Why can't I be out in crime kicking ass again, son of a bitch?
Well, the defendant and, actually, it sounds like I'm going to do the dog from the Muppets. What the fuck is his name?
Ralph.
Rolf is actually the judge in this. Will the defendant and the plaintiff please stand?
Goddamn, gotta stand again, motherfucking shit.
Alright. We have a divorce proceeding. Jericho Action Jackson has, according to this, you have legally changed your name to Action Jackson and forcibly changed your wife's name to Ash Action Jackson.
Well,
if that is correct. Is that correct, sir?
If I may, Your Honor, a rose by any other name is still a motherfucking goddamn rose.
Well, if it would have been me, I would have named myself Jericho Action because it just sounds more awesome. And if it will please the court, I'm going to have some sort of scotch because Lord knows it's going to please me.
I knew it. I knew this judge was going to be like this.
Now, Miss Ash, or would you rather go by... How would you like me to address you?
Well, I sort of don't want to go by Mrs. Action Jackson. I mean, come on. We're all like living in a material world, and I'm a material girl, Judge, and I'm here just to get my part of the action, if you know what I mean.
You should have gone by Mrs. Trailer Trash, bitch.
Now, you accuse, Mr. Jericho Action Jackson, now Action Jackson, of starting the decline of your relationship by jumping over cars.
It's true. It's true, Your Honor. He was just being reckless. And, you know, like, how can I live with that? You know, and it wasn't even a nice car. It was like a Honda Civic. Nobody's impressed by that shit.
And
The judges just called him cheap-ass Action Jackson. You know what I mean? Like, couldn't you get a better car to jump over?
I tried to buy a Cadillac, but you were like, Cadillac? Cadillac's for black people. And I'm like, I am black people. Why can't I have a goddamn Cadillac? Honda motherfucking Civic.
Jackson Nee Ash, you are seeking damages of $1 zillion, which I am not sure is an actual number. Would you like to qualify why you are owed $1 zillion from Mr. Jackson?
Oh, yes. Yes. You know, this man, you know how many chicks he has out there hoeing it up, being a hooker, just like Prince? He's got the zillions.
Just like Prince.
Just like Prince.
All right.
He's got a grip of hookers. Just like Prince.
Very well.
And he's got a full jar of pickles. Who the hell has a full jar of pickles in their fridge?
I do not know.
A man with zillions. Because he's going to the deli to buy the pickles.
That is fancy.
Mr. Jackson.
What?
Your primary defense is that you can jump over a car.
That is correct.
Would you like to qualify as
I
to
will
why
demonstrate at any point in time.
Do not owe Miss Jackson Nee Ash $1 zillion?
Well, first I would like to say about that, I do not have that type of money because I am a Detroit
That is
cop.
a lie! That is a lie!
Objection.
Well, all right. You know what? You can't
Sounds
object.
like
You're
loud
not
mouth.
accounts legal count. You need to just be quiet. Just you are okay.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Why don't you take your top off? Show them boys why I married you.
You're not helping yourself, Mr. Jackson. You would be helping me, though.
Well,
Go ahead and get those things
Would
out.
you like me to take
Hell.
my top off then? Because I will
Look at
do
this.
that as well, Your
You
Honor.
notice the stenographer over there, so he keeps the top 2 buttons undone, because from up here, I can see down there, and you know what I'm doing later? It's over there.
Can the
And
stenographer...
if it will please the court, I'm going to have some more scotch.
Is there shorthand for sweet knockers?
You are such a pig. I knew that you had hookers.
Hookers? You're from the goddamn band, Hookers. Where do you think you came from? I went down to the store and was like, could I get the latest Hookers album? And they're like, sir, you're the only one. You're the only one in the whole goddamn store that wants the Hookers album. Here, take the lead singer. Just take her the fuck out of here. And I'm like, do I have to? And they're like, yes. You come in here asking for the Hookers, you get Vanity. You gotta go home with Vanity.
Your Honor, have you
I
seen
didn't even want to
these
marry you.
boobs?
That's
I've
my
taken
defense.
off my shirt.
That is my defense.
Can I
was
just- I
forced
just
to
want
marry
my
this
zillion.
crazy woman.
I just want
and now
my
she's suing me
zillion.
for zillions.
I just want
don't
my
even have
zillion.
zillions. I can barely afford the Hookers album.
Order in the court. It is my judgment that you need to stay married and get the hell out of my sight, and that I'm going to go play golf. Bailiff, get to the chopper.